Let's be honest about the car scene. You know the one. It's 7:30 p.m. Or maybe it's 6 o'clock. Doesn't matter. What matters is you've just parked in your driveway. The commute is over. The engine is off. The house is right there. You can see the warm light in the living room window. But you don't open the door. You just sit there, seatbelt still on, digging into your chest. Your thumb is scrolling through a feed you don't care about. Your brain is screaming, "Get out! Go inside! Eat dinner! Be a person!" But your body feels like it's filled with concrete. We have a name for this. We call it burnout. We say, "My battery is dead." And that's the lie. The battery lie. We treat ourselves like iPhones. We think our energy is a linear bar that goes from 100% to 0%. So when we feel like this, we do what makes sense. We rest. We binge Netflix. We doom scroll for 3 hours. We take a mental health day and stay in bed until noon. But then Monday comes, and you don't feel recharged. You feel heavier, like you're trying to think through mud. 3 weeks ago, I was in that car, and I had this stupid thought. What if I'm not a battery at all? What if I'm a blade? And a blade doesn't become useless because you used it too much. A blade becomes useless when you leave it sitting in a damp drawer. It doesn't run out of energy, it rusts. So I tried something, and I need to tell you up front, this might sound insane. It definitely felt insane. The first week I tried this, I threw up in my driveway. I decided instead of scrolling my phone in the car, I was going to sprint. Not jog, sprint. 3 laps around my block as fast as I could. Day 4, I pushed too hard. I made it to my driveway, bent over, and threw up right there on the concrete. My neighbor, Mike, nice guy, we wave sometimes. He saw me. We made eye contact. I was wiping my mouth. He just, slowly backed into his house. We haven't spoken since. But here's the thing. 20 minutes after I threw up, I felt more awake than I had in 6 months. Not productive, not optimized. Awake. Like someone flipped a switch I forgot I had. Now, I need to be careful here. If you are clinically depressed, please, turn this off and call a professional. I am not a doctor. I'm just a guy who realized he was dying while still breathing. This isn't for the sick. This is for the sedated. This is for the ones whose blood work is perfect, but who feel like a ghost in their own house. Because here's what I think is happening. Look at our lives. We've engineered a world of zero friction. We don't hunt for food, we tap a screen. We don't walk, we Uber. We don't tolerate boredom, we have TikTok. We have sanded down every jagged edge from existence. And biologically, that's a disaster. Your body was built to solve problems, to lift heavy things, to run from danger, to figure shit out. When you remove all the resistance, your system doesn't go into rest mode. It starts eating itself. Think about it. When you actually exert yourself, when you hike all day or move furniture or spend 8 hours building something, you get tired, right? But it's a different tired. It's a clean tired. You sleep like a rock. You wake up feeling like a person. But when you spend all day sitting, clicking, scrolling, responding to emails that don't matter, you end up exhausted. But it's a dirty exhausted, a sticky exhausted. You can't sleep. And when you do, you wake up feeling worse. That's not low battery. That's rust. So here's what I've been trying. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it sucks. I hate parts of it. But it works. You need to remind your body it's a body. For me, that meant sprinting 3 times a week. I'm not fast. I'm not trying to be. I just run until my lungs burn, until I can taste that metallic tang in the back of my throat. It's awful. My knees hurt. I look ridiculous. But 20 minutes later, the fog is gone. You don't have to sprint. Maybe it's lifting something heavy. Maybe it's swimming until your arms give out. I don't care. You just need to make your heart remember it's an engine. Touch something real. 2 Sundays ago, I went to Home Depot. I bought wood. Real wood. I had no plan. I just wanted to build something. I made a shelf. It's crooked. One corner doesn't sit flat. I don't care. For 3 hours, my phone was in another room, and I didn't think about it once. Because here's the thing, digital stuff doesn't fight back. You can scroll forever, you can close a tab and open another. There's no resistance. But wood resists you. The saw gets stuck, the measurements are wrong. You have to think, you have to problem solve, you have to be present. It doesn't have to be carpentry. Write by hand, cook something complicated, learn a language that makes your brain hurt. Find something where you can fail, where the thing you're trying to do can look you in the eye and say, not good enough, try again. Because Netflix doesn't let you fail, Instagram doesn't let you fail, and without the possibility of failure, there's no possibility of being actually alive. Make your brain hurt. We have outsourced our thinking. We read summaries, we use AI, we avoid anything that confuses us. But a blade doesn't get sharp against a pillow. It needs a stone. So find something that makes you feel stupid. For me, it was trying to read Kant, philosophy. I sat there for 45 minutes on one single page. I read the same sentence 6 times. I still didn't understand it. I felt like a complete idiot. My face actually got hot. I wanted to throw the book across the room and open TikTok just to feel smart again. I wanted the easy dopamine. But you have to stay in that friction. You have to sit with the fact that you're not good at this yet. Because that headache, that heat in your face, that headache isn't a problem. That is the feeling of the rust scraping off. This sounds counterintuitive, right? I'm exhausted and you're telling me to sprint up a hill? To start a difficult project? Yes. Because there are 2 kinds of tired. There's the toxic, swampy tired of a system that's never challenged. That tired doesn't go away when you sleep. It just sits there, getting heavier. And then there's the clean, solid tired of a body that's done something real. That tired feels like satisfaction. That tired earns your sleep. I'm not saying rest is bad. Rest is essential. But rest is only restorative when you've actually used yourself first. If you haven't exerted anything, rest just becomes rot. And I know this sounds harsh. I know it sounds like I'm saying, just work harder. I'm not. Answering more emails isn't friction, that's just radiation. That's stress without purpose. I'm talking about doing something that makes you feel like yourself, even if it's hard, especially if it's hard. I'm gonna be real with you. Writing this script, it was misery. Halfway through, I wanted to quit. I wanted to order a pizza and watch 3 hours of shorts. My brain was begging for the rust. But I finished it. Not because I felt like it, but because I refused to let the rust win today. I know the seat is comfortable. I know the phone is easy. But comfort is where the blade goes to die. Next time you're in that car, don't scroll. Open the door and go sharpen the blade.